Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. It's Jen Pittabach with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into another edition of Teach Me Tuesday. Today I'm going to feature a fun fold card for you. We are working with the Strong of Heart stamp set. So this is one of the Making a Difference stamp sets. Each year, Stampin' Up! Comes out with a stamp set that is a product give back. So this one actually happens to be a stamp set that for every one that's sold, Stampin' Up! Donates back $3 to support heart health. And I actually have a little soft spot in my heart for heart health because my dad actually died of heart failure at age 60 and his mother actually died of a heart attack, I believe, or complications thereof. So there is heart history of both my grandparents, my grandfathers had angina, so there's a lot of focus on the heart in my family. So I just feel like this is a really fun stamp set. It's pretty, it's useful, and it has many different purposes, and it's just a great way to give back without actually having to do anything other than ordering something you already love, right? So we can all use some other stamps, and I think the sentiments in this one in particular, let me show you the actual stamp set, are really great for a variety of things. So they say, through struggle comes strength, here for you, you amaze me, and stronger than you know. So obviously, the first things that come to mind is anybody who's struggling, if they've got heart problems or had a heart attack or something like that, that would be a great way to reach out and just, send them well wishes. Also, anybody going through cancer, this would be a great stamp set. This could even be a sympathy set. You just have to find a sympathy sentiment, or even the stronger than you know could work, or the here for you could work for a sympathy card. This one is great for scrapbooking as well. I feel like it would be a great background stamp, a great way to, incorporate both the images, and you have the You Amaze Me, which you could use for anything, right? So that would be a really great option for scrapbookers as well as card makers, because you could do that as a thank you card even, right? So there's lots of ways to use this set, and so I wanted to feature it today because September 16th, which is Thursday, is Stampin' Up's Day of Service. So they usually do a variety of projects to help raise money locally, and us demonstrators can do that as well. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to be able to put something together in a larger scale, but I thought by showing off this stamp set and maybe inspiring a couple of you to add it to your collection, maybe we could give back that way, right? If not, I actually bought it, so there's $3 right there, right? All right, so I'm going to start with a thick Whisper White card base, and I cut it at 8.5 by 5.5 and added a score line at 4 1/4. I'm also adding a piece of gorgeous Grape cardstock. I do have somebody in mind for this card, and she's a purple girl, so that's why I'm doing that. This is 4 3/4 by 2.5, and then I scored this at 1/2 inch. So 4 3/4 here by 2.5, and I scored 1/2 inch on the long side. Okay, so we're gonna make a little fun fold. I am also using the beautifully penned designer series paper. This is one of the gifts you can get for free with a $50 order right now through the end of September. So you can see it coordinates with our hand penned product line or paper line in the annual catalog, and it's just gorgeous. So you get a bunch of black and white prints that you can color or leave plain however you like. I'm gonna leave the pattern paper, I think, plain today, but, oh, and I just put the pattern paper away that I wanted, but you could totally color it if you wanted to. I might color my heart. I'm not sure yet, so I have an idea. I know what I'm doing for this project, but I don't know exactly the final design, so we're gonna wing that part together, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut that at 4 by 5 1/4, because I wanna have this as a mat on the background here. So before I start doing the assembly of my card, I'm gonna go ahead, and add the pattern paper to the front, because I know I wanna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna use ribbon or not, so let me just think about that for a second. Hold on. I actually had to go get my adhesive. It was on the other side of the room. I'm actually doing my first Teach Me Tuesday video in the new office space. So I have a separate spot for my lives and my videos just because it's got better natural light. But that means all of my supplies are on the other side of the room. So I'm just getting used to having to be prepared. So I'm actually not sure. I'm not going to attach this down because, like I said, I'm kind of winging this. So I want to try a couple things first, and then I can make my decision about how I want that to go. So first thing first, I'm going to go ahead and take the stamp itself. I'm going to actually take both of these. I think I'm going to use them both. So I'm going to go ahead and grab both of them. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go get some blocks because I didn't have any handy. So see, I'm learning all of the stuff that needs to be on my table so that I'm ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, I think, using both, but I want to do a little dry run first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the gorgeous Grape ink pad, and I'm going to ink up this kind of airbrush or the brush stroke heart here. Get that nice and inked. I think I'm going to stamp off on this one first. So I'm going to stamp it on my grid paper, and then I'm going to stamp it again here. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other one, this one. I'm going to ink that up full strength and go right over that. Okay, beautiful. I almost feel like I could have stamped off again on the last one. And I'm wondering if I want to, let me just do something else here. I might just want to do full strength. Let's try it here. And maybe just use that on my card. Or my other option is, well, I already did it once. I'm going to ink it off again and try it one third time. So it's super light, and then maybe trying this over it again. And then we'll pick which one we like best, or which one I like best, since you're all not here with me at the moment. All right. Okay, that's pretty too. I kind of like that. So now I have these other ones that I can play with too. I also brought over some of my Stampin' Blends just because I thought I might color in the green leaves a little bit. Like that. Okay. And I have Highland Heather. I'm going to use the darker one. Hopefully that will, yeah, that'll be dark enough. I'm going to color in these flowers too, just to add a little bit of contrast. Okay. That. Now I'm thinking I'm going to fussy cut this out. I know that's not all of your favorites, but I kind of feel like it needs a little bit of something special. So my thought is now I'm going to put this on dimensionals on top of this card piece here that will pop up. But let me go ahead and do some quick cutting here. Hang on one second. Okay, so through the magic of video, I finished cutting that. So this is where we're going. We want to attach that inside so it's kind of a fun fold. And I'm thinking this is going to go here. However, I feel like I need to do something on this panel. So one thought is, I think maybe a layer, like a square. And so this is 2 and 3, 2.5. So I would need 2 1/4. Let's just try this for a second. I'm going to do 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then I can have like a little square here, like that. Let's see. Okay, and then we could attach that here on top. I don't know. I feel like maybe it should be the whole thing, actually. Or, you know what I could do, maybe? Let's grab the tags that we have. Hang on one second. Okay, so I've grabbed my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss and the cute little tags here. So I want one that's gonna kind of fit on the front. I do like the kind of wavy nature of this one, but let's just see. This one kind of takes up a little more space, so I think I'm gonna do this one. These are awesome dies. These are in the, I think, the annual catalog, and I'm loving them so far. So I'm gonna go ahead, ooh, look at it, it's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little white tag out of this. Okay. Put my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. This thing is awesome. So if you are either one that travels a lot in crafting, whoops, I've got way too many plates in here, or somebody who is just getting started with crafting and doesn't have a die cutting machine, this would be a great place to start. It's so cute, for one, and easy to use. Most dies fit in it. There are some that don't, but most will fit in it, so it is really great starting place, and it's a little bit of a smaller price point to start. So it's only $60, so that one's a really fun one. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this to here, okay? This is gonna go in here, and we'll put this all together in a second. I'm just kind of eyeballing what's happening. Yeah, I think this will be cute. And then that's gonna pop up, and that will pop open, okay? So that will be kind of the method to my madness. I'm gonna put some ribbon in here. Now I think I'm gonna use black. I could use the gingham, which I love. Or I also have the black glitter. I'm thinking glitter because who I'm sending this to, she's a glitter girl. I could use purple too if I wanted to. She does love purple. Actually, you know what? This ties a really cute bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the gorgeous Grape. Hopefully this is still current, actually. I'm not even sure. But you can use whatever ribbon you have on hand. This was part of the Hydrangea Hill suite, I believe. So that's why I'm like, oh, maybe it's not even current anymore. So I'm going to thread this through my tag to start. And then I want to tie a bow with it because I think it will make a really pretty bow. So I don't think I need a knot. Let's see. And tie this. So you get a nice floofy bow on the top. Like this. Okay, oops, maybe I do need a knot because I want it to be kind of, that was making it sideways. So let's try this again. Let's do this, and now my bow should be sitting the right direction. Okay, and I could tape this tag down first so it's a little more secure, but before I'm trying to tie a knot or a bow, but it's all good. Okay, so now I'll do that, floof it out a little bit, pull it in. There, cute, super fun. So if you didn't want something so bulky, you could of course skip the ribbon. This is probably going to make me have to pay a little bit more to send it, but she's worth it, so it's all good. I'm good with that. So I'm gonna just cut these on a nice angle. I don't have my ribbon scissors handy. Another thing I need to bring over here. And that's gonna go here, that's gonna go here, and then I need a sentiment. So let's go ahead, I have my ribbon on the page, so I know this is gonna not have ribbon around it. That's why I didn't tape it down right away. But I'm gonna go ahead and attach this, okay? So that's gonna go here. So this was 4 by 5 1/4. This is just your basic card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus right along this 1/2 inch edge. I'm going to go twice just to make sure I get a nice amount of adhesive on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open this card so it doesn't stick by accident. Get it so it's positioned in the middle, like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close it. And that's gonna prevent it from, like, sometimes if you attach it, like by putting it in here first, you end up like not giving it enough fold room on the score. And now I know it's in the middle, so that's the other reason. So now I have my little flipping mechanism. I have a little bit of adhesive on the top there, but it's okay. On my mechanism, this I'm gonna put down on here as well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tape this flat just because I don't want it to be too crazy bulky, but I am gonna add the heart with dimensionals. So I'm gonna stick that here, okay? And then I'm gonna add that, like I said, with some dimensionals, but reminding myself that I need to keep them towards the center because a lot of this heart is hanging off the edge, right? So I'm gonna grab these and attach that there, okay? And now, let's see. So I have a couple of sentiments. I'm thinking I feel like I should have rounded the corners of that. I'm thinking I want to do a long skinny one across the middle here. So I could do any of these, but I think I'm gonna do the You Amaze Me, just because I think that will be good. And just because I have a little bit of the green in the leaves here, it's actually not showing very much. Let me do a little more. I'll go over this again. I'm going to, I think, pull in some soft seafoam cardstock for the sentiment. And this is the beauty of the blends, is I can just go right over this and it's totally fine, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna grab a skinny little block here. I'm gonna grab some soft seafoam cardstock. I have a little scrap piece right here. I think I'm gonna use Memento Black for the sentiment. And I'm gonna stamp that. Let's just check to make sure I can stamp it straight. No, I did not. Okay. So now I can, there we go. I need to sort of even it out a little bit. So, whoops, and then I caught the edge. That was good stamping, but I caught the edge, so let's try that again. There we go. Perfect. Third time's the charm. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down. That looks about right. Actually, I could probably go a little bit more. Come on. Can I go half? Maybe. I think I can. Okay. Here we go. Whoops. My blades are getting a little tired. I'm going to trim off some of that. Okay. And then I'm going to just trim this down. And trim that down. I kind of have a little more on this side. Okay, and I feel like I could probably trim it a little bit more over here. Maybe. Well, maybe not. It did take up a little bit. I feel like it's not even. Okay, that'll work. Okay, now I'm gonna put that right across here, but I think I need a some banner ends. I'm just kind of pulling some of this out. It looks a little weird. Okay. It looks like it started to cut, but didn't. There we go. So I'm just trimming that. Okay, now I'm going to do a little banner snip in each side. Like that. And one over here. Okay. Perfect. Now, I'm going to do that. I'm going to attach this flat because it's already got enough bulk on it. Remember, I'm just putting it in the middle because it hangs off a little bit, right? Okay, and then I think I'm going to add, should I do the purple? I think I might add the little black ones because they're going to pop off a little bit more. And I added the purple ribbon. So let's go ahead and do just the small little black gems. And that pulls that out from the paper too and fills in a little bit of that white space. And there you have it, a finished little fun fold, and it opens like that. And I think we could put a little something in there too if you wanted to, but I'm gonna leave good enough alone for the moment just because that took me a really long time. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. And of course, if you liked this video, go ahead and click the like button below. And if you really want to make my day, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every week, and I'd love to have you as part of the video family. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week.